Alright, hello YouTube. We have the riser is cast now. It was just cardboard on the outside of this. It's the metal from the inside of an air filter for a semi. Somebody burned out the filter and I found it at the junkyard. Got another set in case this one don't work. But this is perlite, clay, and mortar mix, which is sand, lime, and Portland. Equal parts of each. It's 12 inches on the outside, 7.5 to 8 inches on the inside, and it will go on top of that hole there once I get it built up to the top of this brick here on both sides. Those right there, those are my secondary air, which will end up going into the chimney and allow it to give it the rocket effect. And that'll burn off any excess gases before it goes into the bell. And then it will go down through this hole, which is right there, come out to the front, and then it goes through here, and there's channels all the way under here, so that makes it easier, and it can get through all these little holes up there, all the way through there. Plus that's a pretty big gap. That's a pretty big gap, but it's kind of sealed all the way from here going down to the front over to there, and then it can get through, and then it can go all through all that over there, and then it goes down to the bottom, comes up the back chimney, which I got my bucket over, comes up through there from the very bottom, which will then come up over the barrel and then through that pipe. Now I've got that little hopper over there. I was hoping to make it for pellets. Alright, I've got my main air intake right here in the front. I can cover that with 2 bricks, or I can leave 1 brick open like this, right, with another brick on top of that, either sideways like that, and that blocks off all the air except for those 3 holes, or I can put 2 bricks sideways like that, which blocks off all the air. Right, and then I can open that drawer, close it to allow more air in. Plus we've got our secondary air down there. Now, once the heat gets in here and it rises up to all this, and it can go all the way up to here, right? Because these are plugged. But then it can also go in between each of these 3, because I've only got the concrete, the mortar mix on the outside, right? The bottom is open. There ain't no mortar mix there, and none of these have mortar mix there, just on the outside in that U shape. Right? And it can do that all the way through all of these bricks here. Okay? Except these over here, because they got the chimney. And then over here, I've got it all closed off. Right? So it doesn't, none of that hot air hits that wood. It's all got to go through the brick before it can, so it don't heat the wood up too much. Right? And then I'll have a barrel here. Now that's going to get heated 2 ways. I've got the coil, which goes into the chimney there. That's going to percolate, right? And then all that hot exhaust coming out of here is all going to rise up in here, heat up all this brick, and then it's going to heat up the barrel of water. And then on top of that is going to be another barrel, and on top of that will be another barrel. So I'll have 3 55-gallon drums full of water that are being heated up by this thing. And then if it don't radiate out into the rest of the house enough, I can take that water and pipe it through the ceiling into any room I want with a radiator and a fan. Right? It'll make it cool down a little faster, but hey, you're burning it with kindling. It's cheap. Alright, have a good one, YouTube.